Hello everyone on YouTube, Master of Cards here. It's time for my next card countdown. And for today's countdown, I will be looking at my top 10 decks from Elite Playing Cards. They should call this the Gold Series because, boy, is there a lot of gold in it. You're about to find out. So if we're all sitting comfortably, let's get started. So first off, at number 10, we have the Synergy Playing Cards. Namely the Bicycle Synergy, because Elite have all their cards branded by Bicycle. Well, all of them. Well, anyway, let's have a look at it. See what I meant about the gold. What I like about it is the sun pattern in it, like that. Let's have a look at the cards. See, this all the black has been substituted for gold, which is like for most of the series. There's some of the aces, and there are the others. The reason it's at my bottom of my list is not as, I don't find it as popular as the other decks. That's just like my personal choice. Anyway, that was number 10 of the list. Then at number 9, we've got the Platinum Playing Cards, again by Bicycle. What I like about this is, well, let me just show you a better design. Look at the design. That's the back design. But what I like about it mostly is that all the cards, whatever suit they are, what colour they are, is marked in the bottom corner. Like red for reds, black for blacks, etc. If I do this, that is beautiful. Let me just show you some of the aces. There we go. This is probably one of the only few decks that hasn't got gold in it. And that was number 9. Then at number 8 we have the Premium Playing Cards. You know, now we're back to the gold. What I love about this is the mixture of black and gold, like the Sam Sparrow song. If we look at the cards. The reason it's at the bottom of the list like this is because it's familiar to another deck in my collection, but we'll come to that later on in the countdown. But still, lovely design. When I mean like it's familiar to another deck, not the back design, the front design of the cards, but like I say, we'll get to that later. That's why this is lower down on the list. And that was number 8. And number 7, lucky 7, is the Ritual Playing Cards. This is actually probably the only one in this countdown that isn't Bicycle branded. What I like about it is, well, the red in the back design is beautiful. Take a look at it. And the design of the reds and the blacks, especially with the ace pips. Look at that. The only problem I find with it is the smallness of the pips in the corners. But still, I also love the gold on the backgrounds of the core cards. That was lucky number 7. At number 6, we have the Bicycle 1 million deck. Yeah, it says there 1 million. There's the back design. There's a better look at it. I have to say this is one of my personal favorites. Or back designs, that is. On the front is. They also come in the red version, but I don't use that anymore. In fact, I put it up for sale because, well, I can hardly tell the difference between the redness in it and this design. That was my 6th deck. Now we're at the halfway stage. Next, at number 5 is the Bicycle Divine deck. Now, for a long time, this was one of my personal favorites from this. Okay, just let me look at that. It really is, well, divine. And that is, again, this deck is one of the few that the black hasn't been substituted for gold, and I'm glad of that. And if we just take a look at some of the cards, that's what a Royal Flush looks like. Not bad. Love the designs. But why is it at number 5? If I said this was one of my personal favorites, that's because Elite only got better and better at their cards, as I will show you now. At number 4, number 4, it's the Codex cards. Now remember earlier when I said about the premium looking familiar to this? This was that one other deck I was telling you about. As you can see, the blacks and substitutes were sort of really dark blue. But what makes it familiar to the premium, if we turn them over, see the pips are almost like it, except it's got this design where it's got missing pips that show the ones are not involved. Like, see, there's a freeze, so that all but 3 of them are blacked out, as you can see. And of course, see, look at some of the cards. Take a look at that. And of course, just to show you what the Ace of Spades looks like, oh, there's the Ace of Hearts. Ah, there's the Ace of Spades. Check that out. And just to complete the set, there's the Ace of Diamonds. I have to admit, I love the illustrations on this deck. Why is it number 4? Well, it lacks something that the top 3 have. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we're into the top 3. And at number 3 is the Majestic playing cards. The reason this is my number 3 deck is I just love the simpleness and beautifulness of this back design. There's the Ace of Spades. I love it how all the cards seem to have like a small reef on them, like Julius Caesar had those leaves around his head. I don't know what they call it. But that's not important. And for a while, this was my favorite deck from Elite, until the next one came along. At number 2, just missing out on the top spot, is the Bicycle Gold deck. Yeah, like the song from Spandau Ballet. When I said about gold, I mean gold. I mean, look at that. And look at the designs of the aces. See the brightness of the reds for the reds and straightness of the gold for the golds. And I like that they haven't made all the borders on the red cards red. So it can still be used for magic tricks like such, which I do. And for a while, this was my favorite deck from this set, from Elite, until the next one came along. No honourable mentions this time, since there are hardly any for me to do. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the number 1 deck from Elite playing cards that are in my countdown is the Bicycle Deluxe deck. Why? Again, because it's the back design, but that's not the true back design. This is. I just absolutely love it. I mean, like I've said in a previous countdown, I'm very partial to a yellow deck, but love the design of the gold spade pip like things. Anyway, if I turn it over and show it, this time they have filled in all the borders with red, and this time I say it works. Absolutely beautiful. And of course, for the aces, and you have to admit that is gorgeous. And that's why this is my favorite deck from Elite Playing Cards. Well, that's it for now. I hope you enjoyed it. Next time it will be my top 10 decks from, I'd say, Albino Dragon. But that won't be for at least a while. So, I've got a lot of thinking to do. I'll be back with some more card tricks very soon. So, until then, aloha!